What up, racers? Welcome to a Saturday evening race night. What you're looking at on the screen is what will be the future of the league. You've got everyone who will start in the RC Pro-Am division and move through whichever career track they chose. If it was NASCAR, then you'd go to the Truck Series, and then NASCAR. If it's F1, then you will go from Pro-Am to Supercar to F1. So I've started to set these things up because here shortly we'll have a lot of RC Pro-Am drivers that will be promoting either into the Truck Series or into the Supercar Series. So in that, I went ahead and started to add the new drivers to the RC Pro-Am Series, and I've removed some of the drivers from the teams. As you can see from Team Hoonigan, we've got Barry, number 4 car, that's taken the spot of Burnout for this pre-race. We've got Gunner Motorsport having not the number 9 car in Perez, taking over for Wayne Glinsky in the pre-race. And then you come down here to Hot Wheels Racing. You've got Seb Vett in the 2 car taking over for Lipa. And then you've got the number 33 car in Cabral taking over for Joe Chapman. And then I went ahead and added the number 45 car Bartkus, who's brand new and is currently up for bid. I went ahead and put them on Top Gun for right now because Ian Watterson, the owner of Top Gun, has bid 90% of the money he has on this driver. So obviously he's heard some rumors or he's seen some effects of that driver on the track and is very committed to acquiring that driver. So we'll give that driver a test run for Top Gun Racing. So this will be the pre-race. Obviously, this is a race that's for fun. The winner, however, will receive 1 point for their team garage. But this doesn't count for statistics. It doesn't go on the website anywhere, but it's just for fun to get a lot of these new drivers some drive time. So we're going to do a short race here with 20 cars, number of laps 4, no qualifier. Let's get this show on the road. So starting out in the pole here is AJ with Bartkus in the number 45 car already in second place with Jack Straw in 8th. Jack Straw sits currently in number 3 for BS Racing in the point standings with 142 points. That's 24 points behind the leader AJ Dudney for Invisible Elephant, and sandwiched in between those two drivers is Gabriel Canaluppi of Alcabo Racing, who sits at 143 points. So, pretty tight race atop the leaderboard for the championship. And Bartkus on the outside takes the turn. Nice move by the rookie driver in their first race. Jack Straw and Bartkus battling for this number 1 spot here as we are on the second lap. Nice move by Bartkus in the number 45 car as they pull away. Jack Straw in second. Canaluppi using some boost to try to take over Straw and does so. Jafari Blackwood is in last. Nelly Selly in 19th. And again, this is just a race for fun. But the winner does snag a point for their team garage. No points for second, no points for third. Second place is just the first loser, right? Bartkus still has a hefty lead here now on the last lap. You can go ahead and say Top Gun Racing has bid 90% of their cash on Bartkus, and now you can see why. Bartkus pulling away from the pack on this pre-race, and looks like Bartkus number 45 is going to take the checkered flag here. Nice race there for Bartkus. Here's the battle here for the rest of the drivers. Witzke, Seb Vett, and company finish. So, congratulations to the number 45 car, Bartkus of Top Gun Racing, at least temporarily. Ian Watterson has given Bartkus an opportunity to race for that team. In the pre-race, you got Jack Straw and Canaluppi finishing third. Here's a look at the rest of that pre-race. So, fun race there. But let's get the show on the road for the 9th race of the RC Pro-Am season. Here are your teams, same as they have been. We are going to head to Portugal. We're going to do 25 laps. And there will be a qualifying, and just so you know, I am going to stop tracking the qualifier, and instead I'm going to track Garage War wins. I think it's just more important than tracking how many poles you win, especially if the poles don't garner you anything for your garage. For those that are first now tuning in, this is a qualifier. This is everyone's qualifying lap superimposed over each other. Not all the cars are on the track. It just makes it look like that. This is in order to save time. We're kind of watching everybody's race at the same time for this qualifier. Jack Straw out in front looking to grab the pole on this one. Lots of racers bumping up against each other here, but it looks like Straw is going to take the pole. And yes, and Mark and Cantalupi and Dominic finishing 2, 3, 4. So BS Racing grabs the pole. Big move by Jack Straw, who, as I stated earlier, is in second place in the point standings with 142 points. And here we go. We're off to the races in Portugal. Jack Straw with the pole out in front. Nice turn there by Straw. Weather is looking pretty good. Nice and sunny outside right now. As Cantalupi moves into second place, battling AJ, who is a 3-time winner already of races in this season, including the last 2 races. AJ has been a formidable opponent for all of these racers, and I can tell you right now, there's about 19 guys on the track right now that are sick and tired of AJ winning. So let's see what the other racers have in store today. We are on lap 2. Let's take a look at some other racers here. Wayne Glinsky of Gunner Motorsports sitting in the middle of the pack, trying to stay away from some of this damage. The green taskbar that you see over the drivers right now, that is the damage bar. Cars do pick up damage running into things, including cars, walls, etc. When you see a little fuzziness behind the car, that's the car using its boost, as you just saw AJ do to move into 7th place. Lots of banging around on this track right now. We'll zoom into some of these races. As you can see, Burkhart and Glinsky battling here. A couple of guys are pitting. Got Lippa and Burkhart in the pits, already picking up some damage here on the 4th lap. Glinsky went a little wide on that one and ended up in the dirt. Battling Cam here. Wetmore goes past both of them. Nice race there. Glinsky's already picking up a decent amount of damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pit here soon. Let's take a look at Jafari Blackwood, who's looking great. Jafari for Rainbow Warriors Racing here. Jafari's had a tough season so far, but looking really good right now. Sitting in 4th place. Some good battles here. AJ has moved up into 6th place, followed with Cam and Wetmore and Blakeway. Cam's another racer that's been struggling lately. Dominic's been looking good here for Top Gun Racing, trying to hold off AJ, but AJ with a nice move there. Let's go back to your leader, Jack Straw of BS Racing, in the number 8 car. Has a hefty lead here, almost a 1.5-second lead over Jafari Blackwood, guys. Jafari Blackwood with a hot car today. 6 laps in, and Jafari has got a podium finish right now with Scott Justice, who's been almost non-existent over the last couple of races. Make that the last race. He finished 8th. The race before that, he was actually in 2nd and finished on the podium. But Jafari looking great. Good to see. Let's zoom out here a little bit, see a little bit more of the track. And let's head down to see some other racers. Oregon Buddha and Christian Lippa, teammates for Hot Wheel Racing, sitting currently in 10th and 11th place with Burnout on their tail. A lot of the field has yet to pit, but Buddha and Burnout are going to pit right here. I'm guessing probably 2 pits in this race. Dominic now in the 17 car is in 5th place, followed by Blakeway and Watterson. Dominic and Watterson, both of Top Gun Racing. Straw's lead's getting cut a little bit here by Blackwood. I'm not exactly sure what Straw is pitting for. I guess he just needed some, he needed some new tires because his damage looked pretty good, but he needed some new tires. So just about every racer on the track other than Jacob Smith has pit. Jacob Smith has moved all the way up into 4th place. But as you can see in the top right corner, Jacob Smith is running low on tire here. You can see that soft tire taskbar. So you're going to expect Jacob Smith here to pit, maybe even on this. There he goes. He's pitting right now. So back to the leaderboard, and guess what? We're all sick and tired of him, to be quite frank, aren't we? AJ looking really good here again, pulling away from the pack. Already has a 2.5 almost lead for Invisible Elephant, who I think is going to be probably one of the top garages in the league. Very active owner in Mark Dudney, who is AJ's father. Mark is sitting currently in 6th place. Let's take a look at Mark right now. There he is, battling Wayne Glensky here for 5th and 6th. But nice move by Dominic, who takes over 2 spots there and moves into the 5th spot. So the second guy in 2nd place right now is Cantalupi in the point standings with 143 points, but he is not having a good race. He is currently sitting in 14th, battling the 22 car from Quiet Racing. Not good for Algabo Racing right now. He's slipped all the way to 16th place and is going to go ahead and pit here on the 11th lap. So we're reaching the halfway point of this race. Jack Straw is in the lead now as AJ has lost his spot and has now dropped into 3rd. Jafari Blackwood having the race of his career so far in the 43 car for the Rainbow Warriors. That is great to see. It's always great to see some competition in the league. His teammate has fallen all the way to last place in Dylan Jacob Smith. But I can tell you right now, Dylan Jacob Smith is one heck of a guy. He's one heck of an owner. And that garage is going to be super competitive over the career of this league. I can guarantee you that. Speaking of another garage that's going to be hard to beat long term is Hot Wheels Racing, Christian Lipa in the 97 car. Lipa, another quality guy, super active. You can bet your bottom dollar that Hot Wheels Racing is going to be super competitive long term. So Wetmore, it looks like Buddha got stuck there. I'm not sure what happened to Buddha. Buddha kind of spun out in the pit. Not sure what happened. Let's take a look at him, see if he just cleared that out. He's dropped all the way. Yep, he spun out in the pit and dropped probably from 10th all the way into 18th place. Not a good pit for Buddha. Kind of got pushed out of the way there. Back to the leader, we've got Jack Straw with literally almost a 2-second advantage over Jafari Blackwood. Scott Justice has now taken over AJ from Algabo Racing in the number 19 car. Super competitive driver. Justice is sitting currently in 4th in the point standings with 131 points. And there's Ethan Blakeway of Gunner Motorsports sitting currently in 7th. Watterson is going to pit. AJ's out of the pit in 6th, looking good. Pretty good pit there for AJ. You can see the leaders right now with Jack Straw. They have only pitted once. You can expect a pit here soon with these tires, and Straw's going to go ahead and pit, which means Justice is probably going to pit too, which is pretty smart. That's going to give AJ and company a little bit of opportunity to catch up, depending on how long they're in the pit. But Straw comes out, and Blackwood now has the lead. This is the first time Jafari Blackwood from Rainbow Warriors in the 43 car has been winning a race this year. We're 17 laps in, guys. Jafari may have to pit one more time. It's going to be super close. It'll be really curious as to how Rainbow Warriors play this. He's maybe got 9 to 13 laps on these tires, as you can see from the graphic. I'm not sure if he's going to make it all the way. We shall see. Going to be another barn burner at the top. AJ's moved himself up into 3rd place, looking good on his damage bar. Followed by Scott Justice and Dominic here battling for the 4th and 5th spot. Cantalupi has dropped all the way to 17th. 18th is Burnout, Witzke, and Selly round out the field. Nelly Selly has had a rough couple of races. He finished in dead last place for Cobra Kai Racing in the last race, and he's currently in dead last right here. But I can tell you right now, I don't expect Nelly Sellies to be struggling for very long. He just purchased the Cobra Kai Racing team, and I know he's going to be super competitive long term, so on another garage I think that's going to be tough to beat. We've got another lead change in the top of the field here with Jack Straw, who's overtaking Jafari Blackwood, but Jafari Blackwood's going to take it right back on the inside. Nice move there by the Rainbow Warrior. Number 43 back into the lead. AJ's dropped back a little bit. Scott Justice and AJ battling here for number 3 spot. Nice move, nice boost there by Justice. Trying to get him on the outside, then takes him on the inside. Really good driving there by the 19 car. We got Mark Dudney, the Elder Dudney, in the 5 car for Invisible Elephant Speedworks in the 6th spot, followed by Wayne Glinsky. Glinsky was the points leader for a while, but's had a couple of rough races where he finished almost in the bottom of the field in France, and then finished near the bottom again in India, but had a decent race last race where he finished in the middle of the pack. He's got his teammate Ethan Blakeway on his tail and then takes him over. I'm not sure what happened to Glinsky right there. It looked like he took off the throttle for a second, but we're on lap 21. 21 of 25, folks. Back to the leaderboard. Jack Straw gets around Witzke, lapped Witzke. Witzke may cause some problems, as we've seen in the past. Some of these drivers in the back of it, as they are trying to get past, they slow down some of the leaders, but Blackwood and Justice get around Witzke. That was really nice of Witzke right there going wide to let the leaders pass him, but Justice goes wide and loses a half second right there. Justice is driving a little bit erratic right now, but Dominic gets around him, and let's see if Witzke lets AJ around him too, or if he tries to play spoiler for that fast Invisible Elephant number 53 car. AJ's going to try to get him right here. Witzke kind of slows him down a little bit, but goes wide and lets AJ pass. So back to the leaderboard with lap 23, and Straw is coming up on Chapman and passes Chapman easily. Chapman let him go by. Those guys are friends off the track, so not surprising that Quiet Racing lets Jack Straw by right there. And Jack Straw now has a almost 2.5 second lead right now. And it's just lapping these guys left and right. The 8 car just looks super hot today. It's going to take an act of Congress for anybody to catch him. He's got a 3.5 second lead almost now on Scott Justice. And it looks like Mr. Straw is going to cruise to his 2nd victory of the season. Unless this car catches on fire or runs smack dab into the middle of a wall, this is going to coast for victory. Jack Straw coming up on Wetmore. Still has a 2.5, almost 3 second lead over Scott Justice. He's having some issues with this Wetmore car, though, when he goes wide. That's going to lose some time, but he's still got this in the bag. And Jack Straw takes the checkered flag, followed by Scott Justice from Algo Row Racing. And look at this, Jafari Blackwood. Congratulations, brother. You are on the podium for Rainbow Warriors Racing. Rainbow Warriors Racing gets their first podium finish of the year. That's super exciting for everybody. Cam is going to finish in 11th, followed by Jacob Smith, who worked his way all the way up from last. Cantalupi with a disappointing finish. Glinsky with a disappointing finish. And here's the rest of the field coming in. But fantastic race. Congratulations to my buddy Jack Straw in the 8 car for BS Racing. Congratulations to BS Racing too, because they're in the constructors race right now. Burkhart and Straw are both super competitive. Straw is currently in 3rd coming into this race with Tim Burkhart in 7th, so this is a huge win for them. And Burkhart finished 8th here, so he's also going to pick up 12 points. Scott Justice with the other podium spot with the number 2, and Blackwood with the number 3. So awesome finish for everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.